All right, New York International Toy Fair 2017. I'm here with my man Zach O, or Z-O as I call him. He's going to take us around Diamond, show us everything. We're going to ask him a bunch of questions. We're going to try to piss him off. Just kidding. We're going to be nice to Zach. I love Zach. All right, let's do it.
So what we got here is our Nightmare Before Christmas section. Very popular brand for us. So we got more select action figures. We've shown Santa Claus before, and Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and Pumpkin King Jack. But we've added in what they're going to come with in their select formats. So you're going to see, an elf that comes with Santa. The bathtub comes with Lock, Shock, and Barrel, and Pumpkin King's going to come with part of this fountain here. Part's going to come with him. Part's going to come with Zero. And you add that in with the display bases that have been coming with some of the other characters like Dr. Finkelstein and Santa Jack, and you're going to be able to build that big town square.
That fountain is pretty huge. How's that going to be packed in?
Well, Zero's going to be his own release. He's going to get his own packaging. He's going to come with most of this. So Zero's nice and small, so he'll have plenty of room for that. And the rest of it, Pumpkin King's pretty skinny. We should be able to get the rest of it in there. This might be a little bigger than actual size, but it's going to be maybe a little smaller than that.
That is pretty interesting. I could see that being used for a lot of things other than what it's intended for. Obviously,
no, it's just a really
it's a nice piece.
And Pajama Jack will come with his chalkboard, but then there'll be another piece of the town square cobblestones that'll come with Behemoth over there.
Is everything fixed on that chalkboard? As far as the writing?
It's a prototype. I don't know how final it is, but I'm not sure if these have all been fully approved by Disney, but we'll see if there's any changes.
That would be cool if you can actually write on the chalkboard. That would be
make an actual chalkboard. That would be cool, but I think we're probably going to end up doing trying to recreate some of the stuff that he actually.
I guess you would have to supply chalk as well.
Yeah, we'd have to give the chalk, and we have to source very small chalkboards or have them painted in whatever sort of chalk paint. I don't know. It might be tricky for the factory to handle. I don't know, but I think having the stuff that he actually writes is pretty good.
No, these look very good as far as the paint applications and the design and the likeness to the characters. They look very good.
Oh, thank you, thank you. And we're going to do more mini-mates, of course. We've shown these previously. We're going to do them as blind bags, but now we're going to offer them as 2-packs. People like the 2-packs. They'd like to be able to see what they're getting. So we're doing 2-packs at specialty stores and Toys R Us.
And these are going to drop when exactly?
I think we're going to get the Series 3 out for Halloween, like we try to do every year. Whether we do the second series for Christmas or whether that's a 2018 release, hopefully Christmas, but if it's 2018, that's cool too. Mini-mates will definitely be Halloween. And we're going to do more collection dolls too. We've been rolling these out throughout the year, so we just put out our Santa dolls, it's 14, 16-inch ones, and we're going to do Santa Claus and Lock, Shock, and Barrel and this in-scale Zero up here. And we're also going to do some resin busts.
Nice. Well, you guys can't see this stuff, but it does look very good. Obviously, Diamond is known for great not articulation, excuse me. great scopes, great paint work. The articulation does look decent though on these. They all look phenomenal though. They do look very good in terms of the paint application, the likeness, the sculpt, everything looks very good. So
yeah, we're definitely trying to get some more articulation into these. So like you can see, some of them have double knees and double elbows are still something we take on a case-by-case basis. We don't usually do them, but I'm trying to push for more of that, especially for characters where them doing things with their arms is more important than them doing things with their legs.
Who's these little guys in the front here? I'm not familiar with those characters. I know that's Jafar.
Yeah, there's a lot of little shadow creatures in the game that they battle. Heartless, yeah. So one looks like a plant, one's just like a little shadowy elf, some kind of character. There's this crazy toothy character called Dusk, who's very creepy looking, he's with blade hands. And then you've got Abu and the parrot Iago from Aladdin. They come with Jafar.
Those look very cool. Is Mini-Mates one of your biggest properties?
It's one of our longest standing lines. We've been making Mini-Mates and select figures since 2002.
I mean, Mini-Mates cover just about everything and every costume and every look. So I would imagine that they are one of your top sellers.
Yeah, we did them for Marvel vs. Capcom. We did them for Halo. We've done it for Plants vs. Zombies. We've done it for a lot of different video games. And our Marvel line has been going for. We just showed our 73rd series, and that's not even counting Toys R Us assortments that are slightly different and numbered differently, and things we've done for other box sets. We've done tons of box sets.
What's the plan for DC Mini-Mates? More DC Mini-Mates?
Well, DC Mini-Mates we've never actually released ourselves. We always did them in conjunction with either DC Collectibles or Artisan did some with Play Along for C3 sets. Right now we're making them for Gotham, we're making them for iZombie, and we just announced we're going to be making Mini-Mates, which are our bigger vinyl figures for everything DC, comics, movies, TV, and video games. So hopefully that'll lead to some mini-mates down the road, but right now that's not part of our license. Posable figures for the DC Comics core, it's not something we can do right now. But fingers crossed, things change all the time, and it's something we'd like to be able to do. But we've obviously got our hands full with a lot of different stuff, and even just mini-mates and action figures we do for Gotham and iZombie and all that stuff is keeping us busy. The DC animated universe stuff we do, that's all static, but it's fun.
All right, so we're moving on to Pulp Fiction.
Sure.
We could show some of this stuff. We can't talk about everything. I mean, we can't show everything. Sure. But we could talk about everything, huh?
Yeah, Series 1, where Pulp Fiction is going to be coming out first, and that's Jules, Marcellus, and Butch.
Okay.
Jules' base will connect to Series 2's Vincent base.
So we've been waiting for these for a while, though. I know that was one of the questions that people were asking, what's going on with these. We're seeing them again. When you think they're going to drop?
As far as I know, Series 1 will be solicited in the next few months. I'm pretty sure we're going to try and put these out by the end of the year. And then Series 2 and 3, we're just waiting for some approval then for Quentin. I think we're going to be sending pictures out to Quentin very soon to get final approval on those. Series 2 actually has a Quentin figure in it. Him is Jimmy from Pulp Fiction. And Series 3 is here too with the Wolf and Christopher Walken's characters. Kill Bill, same story. Series 1 and Series 2 are close.
Real quick, I'm always asking about the bases. Still pending approval for some of these, or what do you think is going to make it?
I think they're still technically pending final approval, but I don't foresee them changing too much. So the Vincent and Jules bases will be a shootout scene. Butch and Marcellus' bases will be the sidewalk chase, and then Jimmy and the Wolf and Casual Jules will be the backyard.
Definitely some cool things here that you guys can use in some displays. I'm looking at this door and flipped over table that looks pretty cool too. So hopefully these will make it through.
And Kill Bill, we're going to do the same thing, a buildable House of Blue Leaves, Fried and Oren and Go-Go, and then Bill and Bud and Crazy 88. The Crazy 88 will come with a couple different events. So that can be an option.
Yeah, these look really good. So we saying maybe next month for these, and then hopefully every month after?
But maybe every couple months, just to give people a chance to get orders out. We like to get close to having at least one wave out before we solicit, another one or two. But hopefully, once they're all approved, we'll keep rolling them out. We expect orders to be pretty solid for them. So Series 1, hopefully in the next couple months, we'll be putting them out. You'll be able to pre-order that.
Cool.
So our Ghostbusters series, we're finishing up the rooftop diorama. It's 15 figures. The Series 5 is going to come out very soon with the Terror Dog, the Interchangeable Horns, Taxi Driver Ghost, and the Library Ghost.
This has been an elaborate project. How long has it been as far as building this roof?
I guess we've been releasing stuff for about a year. I think the first wave came out end of 2015, early 2016, and so Series 5 is coming up. Definitely coming up. We've also put out a couple of marshmallow variants. We're going to put out more of those. Winston we just solicited, it's about to solicit, and then Egon will come out.
I noticed that you guys, for the most part, it's not hard to kind of backtrack and get a lot of things. Would you say that everything is still available at retail for somebody jumping on right now to try to build the entire roof diorama?
Yes, everything should be available at retail, and if we run out of something, we're going to make more. We still have some cases of I think Series 1 in our warehouse. So I don't know if you can necessarily order individuals directly from us. I think everybody except for Ray might be available still. Ray and Teeter possibly. But if you can't find it on our website, definitely go to Comic Shop Locator and see who's got it in stock.
This thing is massive. It looks very good though. It's a massive piece. Again, I could see this being used for so many different things aside from Ghostbusters, but it does look very good.
And then after that, we're going to do Ghostbusters 2. So Series 6 through 10, you're going to be able to build the front facade of the firehouse. So you'll have the double doors, and you'll have the hanging sign, and you'll have a little bit of sidewalks in front. We're going to try to do two different signs. You can have it be a Ghostbusters 1 or Ghostbusters 2. First series, we're still pinning down exactly who's going to be in that first series, but definitely Vigo the Carpathian.
Vigo!
He's nice and big, and I think the likeness came out great.
He looks very good.
We're definitely going to do Janos. Definitely going to do Janos.
Very close to the Janos too?
Janos Poha, for the head of our department.
We got a little cutout, cardboard cutout.
Just a cutout there. And the big painting we're going to do.
The painting's going to be there too?
I don't know if it's going to come with. It's probably going to come with Janos, but we're definitely going to start off with Vigo, and we're going to have the gray uniform guys, and also the slime blowers, which in the movie they actually only use the slime blowers with their classic costumes. I got to see exactly how we're going to be doing that.
Need some pink slime.
Yeah, I would love to get some pink slime out there. Just have it come with containers of slime. We didn't do that for the first season. Maybe we can do that for the second one. I'm sure there's some sort of safety reasons.
Alright, what else we got?
We could talk about. Are you interested in Muppets at all?
Yeah, definitely.
Muppets. We're going to be continuing our Muppets line, Series 3. We just showed off some of the new accessories that are going to come with that. We've also got a piano. We've got a speaker for Floyd and Janice. We've got some different stuff for Miss Piggy. Muppet Series 4. We just recently unveiled pictures of, but you got a podium for Sam and a keyboard for Dr. Teeth, and a table with a whole bunch of accessories, very useful accessories. That'll work with both Muppet scale characters and larger characters. And these are actually meant to be in scale to select action figures. So if you've got a 7-inch action figure and stand next to these guys, this should be in scale.
I see Muppets popping up in every type of display all the time, especially since they come with so many cool accessories. So I don't see that.
Yeah, there's some real fun photography out there. The Muppet stuff.
Definitely.
We can't show you Star Trek, but our next select figure is going to be the Boog, and we've been hearing
A.C.B.A. We are the Boog.
We've been hearing people say that they want more articulation, but some people also like the interchangeable parts we've been doing. So we're kind of going to do both with the Boog. He's going to have some good articulation, but he's also going to have interchangeable tool hands and a vest and head. So you're going to be able to do some fun stuff with him.
So are we building possibilities there with the Boog, huh?
Yeah. Mini-Mates Ninja Turtles is going to be jumping back from the modern Nickelodeon cartoon to classic 1980s retro cartoon. They look really cool, nice bright colors. We're doing more Mini-Mates for Watchmen and Forbidden Planet and Iron Giant. And Pirates of the Caribbean, we're going to be doing Mini-Mates, but also select action.
What's that? You want to actually just get this Mini-Mates question?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay. Any plans to do any more indie properties with Mini-Mates? Chew, Invincible, anything like that?
The indie line didn't have as great a response as we had hoped, so I don't think we're going to be going back to the indie comics anytime soon. I haven't heard of any plans, but we've got our hands full with doing stuff from the Warner Brothers Film Library, so kind of doing more off the beaten path films, including Iron Giant and Forbidden Planet. I think we want to eventually do some for Caddyshack and Vacation. We'll see how those go. Anything's possible. We're always looking for interesting things to go with in the Mini-Mates world, but we also, have a lot of heavier licenses we're looking to do, like Alien Covenant, we're going to be doing Mini-Mates, Dark Tower, we're going to be doing Mini-Mates, other new movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. So we do have our plate full with some of the larger licenses that, will, unfortunately do better for us at retail, which is key for the Mini-Mates. We have to, be careful not to do something that's too niche, because, we don't want to offer something and not be able to produce it because the orders are too low.
Gotcha.
Speaking of Pirates, we're also going to be doing select action figures for them, and there will be a buildable diorama for that too. If you buy Jack Sparrow and Barbossa and Salazar, then you'll be able to build the bridge, the deck of the Black Pearl.
Really?
Yeah, so you'll have like the steering wheel and the railing, and it's going to be like the upper deck, the foredeck,
that is
foredeck, aft deck, I forget what they call it, but it'll be a pretty cool diorama.
And this Jack Sparrow, how many Jack Sparrows have you guys done already? This is only
This is our first. We've never done any pirates before. We did a series of our own pirate Mini-Mates, which was, when the pirate movies were coming out, we did our own character, Calico Jack. But this is the first time we've had it because they had the pirate license. Our Marvel display is pretty jam-packed this year. A lot of new stuff. We've got a few new select figures on display. We've previously solicited the Guardians of the Galaxy 2 Star-Lord. He's on display here. We don't have Drax here. And we don't have Rocket, who comes with Star-Lord, or Groot, who comes with Drax. Homecoming Spider-Man. We recently sent out a silhouette. Here he is on display. He looks pretty cool. We're also going to be doing comic-based Spider-Gwen. We're just announcing that here. You can see Lady Deadpool. I think she's getting, it's not a production piece yet, but getting close. And then Daredevil from the Netflix TV shows. And he'll have an interchangeable head. He's coming with the elevator from the big elevator fight that he did.
Wow, that looks cool. That looks very cool. How did you guys do with the Destroyer armor? That was seemed like it was a popular.
It did very well. Very very strong response to the Destroyer. We always try to get more 6 of them. We could just do movie stuff and now Netflix stuff all day long, but we love the comic stuff, so we try to do comic stuff on a regular basis. So Spider-Gwen, and you see some more cool stuff from the Disney store, like you saw the Guardians of the Galaxy. There will be more cool comic stuff from them later on this year.
What's the base with Spider-Gwen? I can't quite make that out.
It's a destroyed robot that she and Silk, I think, battle in one issue. I haven't read that exact issue. I've seen pictures of it.
Gotcha. But I haven't read any of those comics.
I don't remember exactly if that's an alternate universe they're visiting where they destroy that robot, or if it's something in universe. But It's just a cool destroyed.
It looks like the entire upper torso will swap out?
No, for Spider-Gwen, no, it's just to display the head. Gene St. Jean sculpted it, gives an extra torso just to put the head on, because you also have that hood there, so the head has something to rest on.
Okay.
So I believe the hood and the head will be the two removable parts, and you just pop them on and off. But the torso should be exactly the same.
And just interchangeable hands with Spidey, you think we're going to get an unmasked
I don't think there's any plans right now for an unmasked head, but we'll see how things go. Maybe if the Disney store comes back, says they're interested, maybe we'll do something there. But
anything new on that Spider-Man in terms of articulation that you guys haven't done before?
Well, I mean, we don't always do double jointed elbows. This one definitely has double jointed elbows and double jointed knees. I don't know that I can say that all of our Spider-Man movie figures have had those. Certainly not most of our select offerings. Usually we do an elbow, but it's a double elbow there, definitely for sure. So hopefully people dig and appreciate that.
Yeah, it looks good. Paint applications look great.
Yeah, I think it's pretty darn good. So I'm excited about that one. We're doing more of our PVC gallery figures, which are static but cool. We're doing Guardians and Netflix shows and a lot of comic stuff. Got a Sam Wilson cap down here, brand new. Mini mates, we're showing off the Homecoming stuff for the first time. We're going to be doing we've announced our box sets on Cage. We're going to do one for Iron Fist and Guardians of the Galaxy movie stuff. It's actually going to be hitting on March 1st very soon. And you can see Ego and Aisha here.
Wow, you got a Mojo mini-mate.
Yep, Series 72 is all Wolverine comic based. So it's Wolverine, Silver Samurai, Deathstrike, and Mojo's Spiral. Our first Mojo in Spiral.
How about that Hand Ninja? How's that going to come back?
That's going to come with both Ninja Attack Wolverine, the one with that arrow sticking out of him, and Silver Samurai. So if you get all four, you'll have two ninjas, or you can just arm and build them by that way.
Gotcha.
And we're also going to do more retro figures, our Mego style figures with the interchangeable clothes. So you got Punisher here, modern, classic, and Frank Castle. And we're going to do a second Deadpool set. Our first Deadpool set sold out, 3,000 units. So we're making a second Deadpool set with his Marvel Now costume. Previously with his classic costume.
Same thing, limited to 3,000?
Yeah, limited to 3,000. We're going to do Ultimate costume, and we're going to do his pirate costume from that famous cover where he's dressed up like Captain Morgan.
Gotcha.
I'm very excited about that one myself.
Will we get a little bottle of Captain Morgan's spice rum with him?
No, but I'm sure that somebody's put out some sort of figure that comes with a whole bunch of bottles of flavors. I can think of a couple off the top of my head.
I guess you guys don't want to endorse alcohol.
I don't know if Marvel would necessarily be feeling that, but it is Deadpool. But I think they got to draw some lines somewhere.
Definitely.
Ages 8 and up, I think, is the age we put on most of our toy packs.
That's right. We don't start drinking in America until 10.
Give it a couple of years.
So we talked about the DC Minimates. Not really any serious plans for that yet. You got to wait and see what happens with some of the other licenses, correct?
Yeah, we'll see how the Minimates do, and maybe we can come back and see if we can get something going there. But obviously there's a lot of licensors, a lot of toy companies that are in the mix making different action figures, so it's tricky to navigate.
How about a Sam Wilson Captain America for Marvel Select?
That would be awesome. I would love that more than anything. I love that costume design. I love the character. So if this PVC statue does as well as we hope, then I think it'd be a no-brainer. We made the movie Falcon, and he's one of my characters with wings. I'm a big fan of. So I'll certainly push for it. I don't know if he's on our short list, and we can only do a few comic-based figures a year, but maybe Disney Store might be interested in something like that.
And just to reiterate, Pulp Fiction, you're saying that within the next month we should probably see that first wave, right?
Yeah, you keep saying a month. I'm saying the next couple of months. In the next couple of months, I'm hoping that they're going to be putting that first series Pulp Fiction into the catalog for pre-order. So, it may depend a little bit on how the talks on the rest of the series go, but hopefully they don't hold off on it anymore.
Obviously there's no issue with the license and everything. You guys already have that, so the issue is just
making sure everything gets approved, because we got to show it to talent, and I think most of the talent have seen it. At this point, it's just getting Quentin's approval. So we're gonna sit down with Quentin, show him everything, and hopefully he likes it.
Cool. Any future plans for more Star Trek figures? We talked about the Borg, but any other regular characters, maybe some red shirts? I don't know.
I don't know if they've picked who's coming up after the Borg, and I don't know if they've decided if they want to go more TNG or more TOS or even do movie. The con response that we did for MovieCon was very good. But as far as I know, we don't have any plans to stop. But we put we don't rush them out, and we put a lot of work into them, different interchangeable parts and dioramas.
Those current movies might be cool. Some of those characters from the current movies.
New movies would be great. We've been talking to CBS about doing the new movies, which were actually not previously part of our contract. But maybe going forward, we might be able to do some of the new movies, and we'll see how that works out. Doing a doing a modern movie character might be cool. Obviously, there have been a few different figures of the Chris Pine and Zachary Quinto characters so far, but we'll have to take a look at them, see if those fill the niche that we work in, and if it's not redundant, maybe it's something we could do. But nothing's been decided yet.
All right, any plans for any cheaper select releases, minus some of those accessories or the bases or anything like that?
It varies. It depends on what the license is. I think Marvel is always going to be that $25 price point. So we want, obviously, there to be value there. We could just put a figure in the box, but if it's going to be $25, we give it a diorama or we give it the parts. Gotham, we're actually going to be reshuffling Gotham. So the Gotham Series 4 we've shown previously with the Mr. Freeze and Azrael and Hugo Strange. We're not going to be doing those diorama pieces, the jail cell and the conditioning chair. We're going to do those just as basic figures. We're going to offer them at the lower price point, $20 instead of $25. But those will be available at Toys R Us and other stores everywhere. So
and just for the viewers, explain how the select releases in Toys R Us differ from those in a comic shop.
Usually Toys R Us has a more bare bones version of what we offer at comic shops. It doesn't come in that larger select packaging with the side panel artwork. It's just a blister card, and it won't have any diorama pieces, or if it's extra parts, it won't have as many extra parts. Sometimes that can get thrown off a little bit, but usually that's exactly how it goes. Like Oogie Boogie from Nightmare Before Christmas. He didn't have a base, he didn't have any accessories, so he was pretty much the same in both offerings. Previously Universal Monsters or Gotham or Star Trek or Jane Silent Bob wouldn't come with diorama pieces. Gotham, we're going to start doing that for comic shops as well. It's going to be a less expensive, more basic figure, $20 instead of $25, and that's the lower price point that they offer. iZombie has been lower price points for the two figures we've done. The one figure we did and the two figures we did, and we're going to do a third one of season 2. So that's a $20 figure. I don't know for sure that any more are happening. The Kingdom Hearts, you're going to see slimmer packaging at Toys R Us with fewer characters, maybe some slightly different characters, and you may even see even slimmer packaging at another location where it's maybe just one character and you can get it for less than that. So if you wanted to pick and choose, you could go to that.
How about more accessory packs for mini-mates? Any plans for just accessory packs for mini-mates, or accessory packs that may just be like the diorama parts or different things for select? Because again, I always say this with you, you know that your bases and everything are very, very popular across every, as far as integrating them with other lines. So.
Oh, thank you. We haven't talked too much about selling diorama pieces individually. At one point a long time ago, we talked about doing a big mini-made diorama that was resin, and it was a little pricey, so it wasn't really something that resonated as well. We weren't able to do it. But it's certainly possible. We offer mini-made stand bags on our website and at our conventions. Some are just the disc bases, but some are the package of like flight and energy effect bases, like a teleportation base, a booster base. We just recently did a new version of that. We changed a lot of the colors and the bases that were in there, so that's actually different. That's in our store now. We're talking about offering more standing bases for the select figures, because sometimes the dioramas don't actually have the peg holes on them, and people are asking for ways to stand. So we're looking into doing that, offering those stands. Because there are people who do it on the independent people who do that, but we can sell ones that we know match our figures through our website. So we're going to look into doing that for them. But in terms of actually selling dioramas, I don't know how often that's going to happen. Luke'sToyStore.com is a really great place that sells mini-made dioramas. They make their own, so you can get some stuff there. They do like backgrounds.
Are you guys affiliated with them in some type of way?
They buy from us. They buy mini-mates from us. But he makes a lot of dioramas that are actually in scale to our stuff. I just know that we don't have it on our schedule. It's not something we're planning on doing, and we don't do a lot of mini-made dioramas anyway. So if somebody's looking for mini-made dioramas, backgrounds, stuff that's in scale, or like rubble stuff, he does a lot of that. So I recommend him. He's just in terms of stores.
You might have to cut that out. I don't know about this Luke guy.
If you look, I'm not trying to advertise it. I'm just trying to let fans know where they can get stuff. But there aren't a lot of places that just carry mini-mates.
Yeah, I know you said it's really no plans for dioramas and stuff like that, but like simple things like the table that came with the Mulder and Scully figures and chairs and things like that. Those things, if you were to sell them individually or just sell packs of just that type of stuff, you'd make a killing. People would buy those things. So just putting that out there, just letting you know.
Something to think about. Definitely something to think about. We actually used that table in a couple of places. We used it with the Riddler, and we used it with Dana. So we do reuse stuff where it makes sense. Our dumpster showed up in a couple different places with a Wolverine movie figure, and then later with Bullock. So for generic pieces like that, we do try to bring them back and make them available again. But selling them individually, if we can make it work, cost-wise. Our store, we use our warehouse to fulfill our store orders, but maybe like exclusive accessory packs or something like that.
What about social media stuff for you guys? Are you taking care of everything as far as social media goes, as far as Instagram goes and stuff like that? I'd like to see you guys feature more toy photography, more A.C.B.A, more stuff out there. Obviously, that's good for the brand. That's good to promote the product as well. Let's this boom that has been toy photography in the past 6 or 7 years. Let's exploit that. Let's get more of it out there.
No, I'm happy to repost stuff. Honestly, I don't repost a lot, and I apologize for that, because I would like to spotlight those guys more.
You gotta hire somebody, baby. Come on.
Well, I'm trying not to take offense. I take a lot of pictures out on the street.
No. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with
that
your pictures.
That whole Guardians of the Galaxy photo shoot that Disney ran, that was all me. I shot all that stuff.
Okay.
I try to take a lot of pictures of everything on the street that I can. I'm not as good as
what I'm saying
most of
is
the guys
they're stretching you thin. You got to get somebody else to get in there and
no, but there's a lot. I'll tell you what I do.
You wear many hats.
I'll tell you what I do. When there's toy photographers out there who have very popular channels, I send them stuff because there's more people looking at their channel than looking at my channel. I'm still building my stuff up. So I've got a guy out there who's got 100K followers and he's taking beautiful stuff. The Whaler. The Whaler is a guy I've sent some stuff to recently. There's a guy over in Ireland. I'm blanking on his name right now, but he shoots great stuff on the forests and hills of Ireland, and I'm trying to send some stuff over to him. So we're trying to make stuff work out. Getting stuff to people who take good pictures.
There you go. Send your pictures. Tag. What's your Instagram again?
We're on CollectDST on Instagram and CollectDST on Twitter. I can't send stuff to every single guy. You do hashtag toy photography, you get 1 million responses. I can't send stuff to everybody. But if somebody's out there with a big channel and they are looking for some stuff that maybe it's buying toys
even
expensive.
If it's just a repost though. I'm not saying you got to send
international.
Stuff to everybody.
International is tricky. I'll repost stuff more. But international customers are tricky. But if there's anybody in the U.S. who's interested in the spotlight or stuff and they got a good following and they shoot some good stuff, I'll send them some stuff.
Sure. Cool. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Zach. As always, it's great talking to you, man.
Great talking to you, man.
I'll see you next year.
Thank you for coming by.